Hello, my name is Stephanie, and I'm here to support you recovering from emotional and religious trauma, and also supporting those who have already fully healed and are just continuing a healing process um, presently where they are right now. Um, and Welcome to my channel, Maximum Rising. If this is your first time here, welcome, welcome, welcome. I know my lighting is a little weird. For some reason, when it comes to my phone, like everything was good and bright like I liked it, but then, I don't know, my phone makes it dimmer. But as long as you guys can see me, which it looks like you can, then we're good. All right, so we have several events happening this week. Tomorrow, well, by the time you see all of this, it will be, put it that way, it will be the 21st, which is the winter solstice. So we have equal amount of day and night, but then we have more day afterwards. I know some people were born on the winter solstice. If that is your birthday, happy birthday. It is also a portal day, and a lot of people born on that day, on the 12th, they have hypersensitivity, meaning they can feel a little bit more. They're more feelers, they're more sensitive to energies and everything of the sort. Okay, and then on the 23rd, we're going to have the new moon in Capricorn. So the new moon in Capricorn that's going to be the last of 2022. All right, so what can be said? Well, before we move on, what are some questions to ask? Did you accomplish everything that you want to accomplish in 2022? And if not, why? So, did you accomplish everything you want to accomplish in 2022? And if not, why? And then the next question is, what is your intention for 2023? What is your intention for 2023? Now, as I say this, please know if it's the same intention as this year, it is not going to work. If you are a business owner and you're hiring therapists, and in the past it has not worked and you keep rotating therapists, it's going to keep happening because you're looping. If you're a business owner and you're doing the same exact sales that you did before because it worked last time, it's not going to work this time. So my point is, if you're a business owner, if you are someone that is waiting for a relationship, if you are someone that is waiting for a business partnership to be proposed to, marriage, whatever you did before, it's not going to work now. Okay, this is a whole brand new kind of energy. All right, this is all new territory. We have never been here before, so throw away your old tricks. It's not going to work. It's just not. All right. And so let's talk about the solstice for a little bit more. So it is a portal. I think it would be a good time also during this portal, if you have not started this already, to do some self-discovery. I have not been posting as much because I have been doing some self-discovery for myself with numerology and human design. So, as you all know that have been watching me for a while, my 9 personal year is this year, and it's about to end. So, how do you find out what your personal year is? Well, you add up your month to the date of your birth, the day of your birth, rather, and the year. And then you add the last 2 numbers, and you're not going to add. So, for instance, I'm born August 31st. So, I'm not going to say 8 plus 31. No, 8 plus 3 plus 1. And then the year singly. It's not going to be 1980, whatever. It's going to be 1 plus 9 plus 8 plus. Okay. So, just keep that in mind. And then So if you're adding the year of your birth, my bad, y'all. If you're adding the year of your birth, that's actually your life number. But if you want to do your personal year, then you're going to add whatever year that is currently. So for me this year, when I did that, it added up to 9. Next year I'm going to start at 1, which technically is 10, but 1 plus 0 is 1. Okay. So it's going to be 1. So if that is your life path number, if it is a 5, most likely, like me, this is your 9 personal year, and the next year is going to start at 1. If you need a site to help you with that, please comment below, let me know. I do have a book about numerology and the heart of it. I will be recommending that eventually. But it's just a good time to go within, right? And the reason why I say that is because it is the winter solstice, okay? Which means we are heading deeper into the feminine. We're heading deeper into the cold. It's actually supposed to snow on the 22nd and the 23rd. And then it's supposed to snow after Christmas, okay? It has been really cold lately. And in the area that I live in, this used to be usual back in the 80s and 90s. It used to snow in Virginia in December. But people that never lived in Virginia before, they don't know that. But this is how it used to be. So it's not weird. All right. It's just cycling back. The earth has its cycle, which is why, my personal opinion, I had always kind of had a problem with global warming. Okay, the earth has a cycle. We're entering the new earth. Okay, so that means in some aspects we're going back to the way things were in our childhood. Like for me, it's really winter. It's really cold. We could be seeing snow soon, and I know we will be. I don't know when, but I've been feeling it. So winter solstice, we're getting deeper into the feminine, deeper into the cold. And for me, that means I get to study about numerology. I get to study about human design and explain it to you guys as I go. I get to go deeper within myself. I get to focus on myself. Okay. So if you are an introspective person as I am, this is a great time to do that. All right. And if you are more of an extroverted person, well, think about doing that. I know, I get it. You get your energy from people. People, for me, that's draining. If I enter a room and there's more than 3 people in there, I get my stuff and I get out. I can't do it. All right. I like one-on-one. Me and one other person. Me and 3 other people, and we're good. I don't have to hang out with a crowd. Okay. But just think about it. Even if it's just 5 minutes alone, 30 minutes alone, just be. Which I am seeing some extrovert people as they get older. They're like, you know what? I can do this. I can be alone. It's a little bit too people-y out there. All right. I've even been like that at work. There's way too many people. I don't do it. It's too many. It's just too much. All right. So just something to think about. Like I said, we're heading deeper into the cold, deeper into the feminine, right? But there is going to be more light. So it's almost like a balance, if you will. It's really cold in that feminine aspect of things, but then the sun is going to come out a little bit more than it used to. So it's a balance of, yes, it's cold, but then you get that sunshine. So you get some masculine energy too, right? Okay, so we go from that, and now we transition into the new moon, Capricorn. Okay, so this applies to you if your first house, which is your ascendant, your sun or moon, is in Capricorn. This also applies to you if you have a lot of planets in the 10th house, because the Capricorn does focus on career. It does focus on work. And if you just have a lot of planets in Capricorn, this applies to you, okay? So Capricorns are all about work. Now, it does not necessarily mean that it's work as in career. It could be, okay, for instance, I have a friend, right? She just graduated this year. Guess what she did? She went back to school. Hey, get my degree. Let's get a master's. Why not? Okay. So that is a form of work. She likes to study. She likes to learn. And even though it stresses her out, she likes it. She likes learning. It's really interesting to her. So that is work for her. Okay, I have an uncle that's a Capricorn. He is retired. He's always doing something. He's active. He will create projects. Okay, he has an old house. He needs to fix the roof. Okay, I have old cabinets. Let's redo the cabinets. He does all the stuff himself. Okay, the man could build a house on his own if he wanted to. Okay, my old car needs repairing. Let's repair that. And he will do this. And for him, it is a form of meditation because he's not focusing on himself. He's focusing on something else, and he gets to just tune out and just work by himself. All right. And then there are Capricorns that they just work all the time. Okay. And let me also add, if your south or north node is a Capricorn, this does apply. And the reason why I say that is because my south node when I was born was in Capricorn. And at the beginning, I was all about work. That's all I wanted to do was just work. But why did I want to work? Because I was running away from my shit. That's why. Just to be honest with you. So if your south node is there, and the south node kind of looks like notes. If you're familiar with music, like piano music, it looks like a note, but it's not. So that's how you can tell. So that's another way. So any form of work, it could be gardening. I know people that they just do that. They just garden all the time. And to prepare for spring, right? They just garden. They just pull up weeds and stuff like that. They're just all about the garden life. That is work for them. Okay. So whatever work is for them. They are usually leaders, and even though they seem to have a masculine presence to me, but they also are very feminine. They're just, to me, a workhorse, okay? The Capricorn, and if you were to look at tarot, it actually comes up as the devil sometimes, but so does Scorpio. It's kind of interchangeable. But Scorpio leans more toward death than the devil. Capricorn is more the devil. All right. And I liken that to, there was a saying, something about the devil's work. Okay, so that's a very Capricornian saying, the devil's work, because, Capricorns, they're all about working. All right. And most Capricorns that I know, with the exception of a few, they're very extroverted. And they are all about the earth, but they're all about, aside from working, they're all about earth, and they're all about, let's fix this. Let's do this to have this happen. Okay, they're all about movement. All right. So they have that Sagittarian also energy because it's also all about the timing. Okay. And if you were to look at it now, again, refresher, if your sun is above the horizon, which is the ascendant and descendant, so your first house and your seventh house, then yeah, Saturn doesn't like you. But if it's below the horizon, then it's going to work for you. So if you're a Capricorn, you were born at night, which means you're probably a Capricorn moon. Maybe go by that a little bit more, all right? Or even if you are a Capricorn sun, Saturn will work for you. Okay, so it all really depends. So during this new moon, usually I would say, and I'm not saying not to, but, I used to say, go ahead and write what it is that you want for the coming, in this instance, the coming year, so on and so forth. If you feel the need, this is all about really feeling into what you need to do. Do you feel the need to do that? Okay, do it. And if you don't feel the need to do that, then don't do it. I'm going to move this back a little bit. There we go. That looks a little bit better. So it's all up to you. Here we go. Kind of looks a little bit better. Um, Sorry, y'all. I'm still playing around with this. I just moved and everything, so I'm still playing around with this. Um, but it will get better. Anyway, so yes, just feel into it. For me personally, I feel like I just need to focus on me. In the coming year, my intention, deeper focus on me. Now, some people may say, well, that's really selfish, Stephanie. You're just focusing on yourself. But here's the thing. If I focus on myself and my needs and I take care of myself, then I'm able to do that for other people. But if I can't do that for myself, there is no way I can care for someone else. You know, I have a very nurturing job being a licensed massage therapist and getting deeper into the body sculpting, which I love, and deeper into the energy work, which is the same thing really as massage. But put it this way, I'm really deepening into the nurturing aspect of things, listening to people, just having my heart open for them and sharing love with them. I can't do that if I'm not doing that with myself. It's impossible. It's impossible. It's impossible to water someone else unless you water yourself first, right? And for me, it was be the water, all right? Because Scorpio is a water sign. So that's what it is for me. So if you're feeling that way too, then just keep going with that. And it may shift and it may change. Then that's okay. Then do that. Shift and change. Now, it could also mean, because, things are still hazy. Now, we do have some planets going direct. Chiron is going direct. Just a refresher. Chiron is all about healing. So Chiron is about to go direct. But Mercury is going to be in retrograde a little bit after the new moon. All right. So Mercury rules Virgo and it rules Gemini. And it doesn't rule, I don't think it rules Libra, but they get along. Something like that. And so when it goes direct, for me, Capricorn is in my third house of communication. So I really get to zero in on that. Okay. Looking in your chart, where is Capricorn in your chart for you? And maybe that's what you need to focus on. All right. In the year coming up, Jupiter is actually going to start transitioning to Aries, my house of work. Okay. And I am seeing that on my schedule. I am seeing more clients come in. All right. And I feel it. And I feel that I'm going to be trading more with different people. It's not going to be the same people anymore, which is great for me. So where is Capricorn in your chart? And if you're also going within, okay, aside from the personal year coming up, look at your human design stuff. How do I do that? Well, just Google human design and human design chart. It will pop up. There's 2 sites. It will pop up and you can put in, it's the same thing you would do with astrology, your name and your birthday and your time. And then it will come up and then you get to learn more about yourself. So the things that I have learned about myself, number one, rushing into things do not work for me. It's very sad of me because I like to jump into things sometimes, but it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. I like to see both sides of a situation. That does work. Libra's in my 12th house. Okay. That works for me. And one thing I have not tried until recently is just be still, right? I know you saw my videos on that. You saw the last video about just quieting the mind, just being in your body. You saw me doing this a lot because I felt like I was a little floaty, okay? But for me, being a generator, being that I generate and people feel whatever it is that I'm feeling, it is best for me to just know whatever I called in from the darkness will come to light eventually. I look at darkness as the spiritual world in this instance. I created in the spiritual world already. Source helped me to create it along with other people or other benevolent beings. And it's going to come into light, which is the physical world. Okay? So, that is my focus. Let me try this be still thing. Let me try becoming patient. Let me try something different. Okay? If this speaks to you, figure out how this works for you. Figure out how what you're doing is no longer working. And maybe you had teachers. I look at my both of my exes as teachers, because I counted both of them, this year. One that I was with, one that I never will go back to. Okay? And then there's a guy that I'll always care about, but we're not really friends much anymore, right? Okay, but what did he teach me? Maybe change or shift your perspective on, man, instead of saying, man, I'm not friends with this person anymore, or we don't talk anymore. No, take a step back and say, hey, what did they teach me? Maybe your parents just don't get it. Maybe your family just doesn't understand you. Okay, that's fine. What did it teach you? What did it teach you? And this goes for people that are introspective and outgoing. Okay, if you're outgoing and you got hurt by someone, what did it teach you? Maybe you're too trusting. Maybe you attach to people easily. Maybe you gotta learn to just detach. Maybe you think you're the center of attention and you're learning, oh, it's not about you. Just embrace that. And I know it's a hard pill to swallow. Trust me, I've swallowed the pill several times. I was extremely hard-headed. And so it took me hitting my head several times to finally figure out, oh, that's not working. Oh, okay. Well, try something else. Let's do something else. Let's do something I've never done before. And so this is where I'm at. So if this speaks to you, feel free to comment below. And so this is what I feel this new moon is about. It's about figuring out what works for you. If you want to manifest and write down and burn and all that shit, go for it. If you're like, I'm not in the mood to do that, don't do it. Just feel what it is you need to do. If you're interested about astrology and what's human design? What's numerology have to do with anything? Look it up. Get yourself some books. All right. And maybe you're not interested in anything. Maybe going inward for you is just going for a swim. Maybe going inward for you is just sitting in the sauna. I just came from the sauna today. And, notice that when you're swimming, you're in water. It's like you're in a watery cocoon, if you will. It's like you're isolated, okay? Same thing if you're in a sauna. If you're going by yourself, you're isolated. You are in a dark place. Nothing wrong with that, okay? Or maybe you just want to read. Maybe you haven't read in a long time. You just want to read. Just want to read books. And that's okay. And maybe with the holidays coming up, maybe, if you're more of an outgoing person, maybe you want to be with family. You want to celebrate with family. And then you just sit and talk about the year and you discover things about yourself and them. That's great too. Take this however you need to take it. Use it however you need to use it. Just whatever calls to you. All right. So that is about all. I believe the only planet that still will be in retrograde into next year, I think it's either January or March of next year, will be Uranus. Uranus is still in retrograde, but Uranus is going to be moving eventually, if I remember correctly. But whether these planets are benevolent for you or malevolent for you, there's still a lot to learn about them. So I have begun to no longer say, oh man, Mars is in retrograde. That sucks. That's right. Mars still is in retrograde, by the way, but I believe it's going to turn direct soon. That might be the one that's in January. But I'm like, no, what Mars, okay, I'm angry, so what do you need to show me, anger has come in and out, and I accept it. I feel it. I just feel it. We live in a society that teaches us don't feel. Just, lock it away. Lock it away in a little box. But then we wonder why people explode. Because they're not dealing with their shit and everybody's ignoring it. All right? This is the society we live in. And can you believe this is normal? It is normal for you to be codependent and to have your faith in someone else to save you. Whether it be Jesus or, and I say Jesus because his name is really Yeshua. My own personal thing, if you don't believe that, whatever. Or your parents, or someone that really loves you. Oh, you're supposed to save me, and you're supposed to love me, and then I'll love myself. Yeah, that's complete bullshit. I'm just letting you know. You get to get this right if you want to. And if your business is not doing too great, what are you doing wrong? Why is it that you keep looping with the same problem and the same thing over and over again? It's not your business per se, it's you. Because remember, everything in life, most of the time, is a reflection of you. So if your business isn't doing great, if you keep running into the same problem all the time, you're doing something wrong. Time to be responsible for that. You're doing something wrong. If your relationship is not working and you're in a totally different relationship and you're encountering the same damn thing but with a different woman or a different man, you're doing something wrong. It's not them, it's you. If you're in a friendship and you're trying to make it work and you're encountering the same freaking thing, yes, you guessed it, it's you. The universe is showing you through these people that you're doing something wrong. And you're going to keep looping until you figure out what you're doing wrong. And I can attest to that because I did have my own business. I did do something wrong. It's called, I'm not interested in marketing. I just want to help people. Okay? I did do something wrong in my relationship. It's called, I jumped way too fast. And me and this person were not on the same page. Okay. I did do something wrong. Well, not completely wrong, but I was too close to someone. And I realize that now. Because I see something. I don't consider them married, but they consider themselves married. So, there's just certain things that you really shouldn't be that close to someone. Even if everything they tell you does not add up, it's good to have distance. It's good to separate yourself from that. Let them figure it out. Be there, but being in the background, right? Okay, so let me know if that all makes sense. But that's basically what I'm feeling right now. Enjoy the new moon. Because remember, the new moon is a black moon. And it's a super new moon. So, which means it's really going to magnify wherever that is in the chart. For me, it's going to magnify communication. Before, and also, just because that is where Capricorn is in your chart does not mean it has nothing to do with what Capricorn stands for, which is career and all those things. It also could be a loved one or a former loved one or a brother or sister or someone else that is Capricorn, and maybe you need to watch out for that. And that depends on where it is. If it's past the 6th house, it may be someone else. But if it's within the 6 houses, then it has something to do with you. Okay? So that's it. Stop being hard on yourself. Capricorns are known for that, just like Virgos, just like Scorpios. Okay? Get out of your head. All right? Stop being secretive and mysterious. Okay? Depending on what it is. If it's for the wrong thing, yeah, probably good thing to stop doing that. But if it's for the right thing, if it's something to do with you, okay, that's different. All right? Just thought I'd put that out there because Capricorns are known for that. And go have fun, because Capricorns have no idea what fun is. I don't know one Capricorn that knows what it is to have fun. Well, maybe one. But most of them, if you have a lot of planets in Capricorn, like if most of the planets are in there, or if it's your sun or it's your ascendant, so on and so forth, you probably don't know how to have fun. So go out there and have fun. Enjoy yourself, whatever that means to you. Yes, you can go inward and be perspective or sit down and talk to people, but you can also have fun. Now, if you're like me and it's cold, you don't want to come outside your house. That's okay. But have fun. Okay? Just take a moment to close your eyes and put your hands over your heart. Taking in deep breath in for 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep inhaling and exhaling. And as you do, just focus on the music. What is it? What is the music saying to you? What is it like to just be? So just take this time. The name of the song is Patience. Take this time to just be patient. If thoughts come in, okay, acknowledge, say thank you, let them leave. Invite Mother Earth into your heart as you inhale. And as you exhale, invite Father Sky into your heart. And I will give you a moment to just be. Slowly guide yourself back to your breath. And from there, focusing on your hands and your feet. Feel the separation between you and the phone or computer or whatever device that is in front of you that helps you to hear my voice. You are whole and complete. You are loved. Feel into your body. arms, your head, shoulders, legs, feet. Move them if you feel the need to. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Thank you so much for watching and for listening. Please like, subscribe, and share if this supported you. And Happy New Year. See you next year.